to Playful Spurs. Paul's not here tonight, so you've got the unfortunately, you've got to put up with another Korski video with me. But this is obviously just going to be probably about an half an hour show, and everything. But well, we'll see how long it goes. It goes as long as it goes. Do you know what I mean? So today, I don't know if everyone's heard, but we've gone and signed another player today, Morgan Gibbs White. I don't know what most of the fan base are thinking about this at the moment, but if you leave comments and let us all know what your intentions are with, and if you're happy with it or not, that would be great. As you know, this is Playful Spurs. Keep it clean. Have a bit of banter. Have whatever you want, but just keep it clean and no demoralizing opinion. Don't demoralize anyone's opinion. Anyway, that being said, how are you, Core?
Happy. Woke up this morning. Happy that we're getting Kudos through. And then by 2 o'clock this afternoon, news flooding about Morgan Gibbs White, a player that I said 2 seasons ago I wanted from Wolves because he showed potential there. And we missed the boat on him then. And now all of a sudden, Daniel Levy's woken up, smelt the Kool-Aid, drunk some of the Kool-Aid, and put his hands back in his pocket. Now, I've been a staunch Levy out for fucking close to 18 years. But if this is what it takes to get people like Donna Cullen out the club, bringing in new directors of football, new scouts, new managers, new everything, and a new look for Tottenham, bring it on. Just bring it on. And then what we need is a clear out of some of this old guard that we've held on to for too long.
But from what I've heard, though, right, it's not anything to do with a clear out, mate. It's more that we've had investment added in, whether it's through Saudi, whether it's through America, whichever one of those two. From what I've heard, that's what's happened. From what I've
At the end of the day, I don't care where this money's come from. It could come from Timbuktu. At least we're starting to actually show some proper investment, proper players coming in instead of the 20, 30, 40 million pound players we used to getting. We're now seeing the likes of Gibbs White and Kudos through within 48 hours of them being agreed. I mean, Kudos with for ages. Gibbs White, a massive advocate of his. There's a few other Spurs fans out there, like Mr. Daigle. He's a massive fan of his as well. But the kid's stats speak for itself. He is a tried, tested Premier League player, and he's not under the age of 20, which helps out a lot there because you need men in that midfield, not kids.
Yeah, well, after Kudos, I thought, nah. But I said this yesterday, though, didn't I? I said, oh, we'll get another one in tomorrow, get another one in on Friday, and another one in on Monday. So at the moment, Daniel Levy's proving me right. So look, I'll give him 1% credit to what's going on. So he's up to 2% in credit with me at the moment.
Well, for me, I said, right, we're going for Kudos. Now I'll go out and prove me wrong. Get that left winger. Get me a striker. Get me a defensive midfielder. 24 hours after Kudos, here we go. He's had his medical. Now it's Gibbs White. Now, please, push Richie out the door. Get rid of Solanke. Get rid of Johnson. Maybe we can give Johnson back to Forest on part of the deal, you know? That'd be nice. But
do you know what? It's funny because me and Paul have always had a debate about this, and I know Paul's not here, obviously tonight. Obviously, he's probably doing whatever. It wouldn't be surprised me if he's actually had an heart attack or something because he's found out that we've gone and got Morgan Gibbs. I haven't heard from him all day. I'm a bit concerned about that. But no. Seriously, no, he's good. I have spoken to him today, guys. He's probably just busy, but no. I mean, I just don't know how many more shocks are going to come because if we keep going on like this, I'm going to start turning back into a nappy clapper again.
For me, I feel like I've woken up in a parallel universe, or like the old comic book cliche that there's multiple universes of Earth. Feel like I've woken up is a bit of a cliche one for Marvel fans. I've woken up in a 616 world. You know, everything's hunky dory. Spider Man and Mary Jane are all right. Everything's happy and everything's good. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, what next? If this is if there is proper investment coming from either Saudi or America, I'm happy for it. Don't care where it is. Just come and buy Levy out. Get this mug out. But then I've got to give him some sort of props for going out and getting two top quality players back to back like this. Now, prove me wrong, Mr. Levy. If it's Wharton, stick the money down for Wharton. If it's a new striker, go and get a new striker. I just don't want to see Dominic One Good Solanke in a Spurs shirt. I didn't want him when we signed him because there's a reason why Liverpool and Chelsea let him go. I wonder why. Maybe because he just wasn't good enough. I saw him live last year with Rich C at the Southampton guy, and the guy couldn't hold up the fucking ball for love nor money against Southampton, a team that was already relegated. Like, dude, stop losing the ball. Be strong. You're supposed to be able to bully these guys. They're going down. Nah, didn't see
Yeah.
nothing from that from him. After about 60 minutes, me and Rich looked at each other and went, should we go to the Coach and Horses and go meet up with Daigle and everyone? Yeah, it's like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. I've seen enough of this match. Cold, quiet stadium, no chanting, and it just doesn't feel like the stadium of old. There was always singing at the lane. This our new stadium just doesn't. It just feels empty. It feels very.
Yeah.
It feels very cold, if you know what I mean. New stadium,
Yeah.
new lights, different, cold, no atmosphere. You can copy
No.
You could copy Borussia Dortmund all you want with your yellow wall or the white wall, what we're calling it in the South Stand. There was no bloody singing coming from them. Nothing.
But the problem is right. Yeah, is that when it comes down to it, that we've had two trash seasons under Ange. That's what it was all about.
Well, I
Now we'll
called
probably
it
get to
the first
see
day
something
Andros
that's actually
signed.
going to happen.
I called it out first day Andros signed. I didn't want the guy. He's just going to cause problems. Cause problems. There's a reason why the head of medical left. Didn't listen to um, didn't listen when he was advocated that the players are in the red zone. You don't play Kuti, you don't play Van de Ven against Chelsea. What did he do? He played Kuti, played Van de Ven against Chelsea, and the rest wrote its
And now
history,
look
didn't
what's
it?
happened. Yeah, well
It
now look, and
fucked
then
their
look what
season
happened.
up. Screwed their seasons up. Screwed
Yeah,
our seasons up just because the numbnuts didn't know what he was doing. But then
yeah,
that's the past. Let's get off of that. Let's look forward to the future. Choo choo! Get aboard the
yeah. Well, let's
Frank
get on to
train.
the Ange. God, I need to. I'm
The
so
Frank
used
train,
to
mate.
hearing.
Ugh, go wash your
I'm
mouth out
so
with
used.
bleach.
I'm so used to hearing everyone saying the Ange train that I'm getting confused with Frank. Everyone getting on that Frank train. Choo choo. No, but realistically, right at the end of the day, I think we'll actually be at this point in time. I'm saying we could probably challenge for like top six now.
Well, there's still more work. If we're really operating on this team still needs hope and art surgery. We're just starting to get him through the meat and fat of it all by getting in Gibbs, White, and Kudos. We still need a heart and an engine in that midfield. If that's a Wharton, that's a Polina. Hell, even Rico Rios from Brazil, man. Get me a monster six. Get me a guy that can break up the play, hold up the ball, pass the ball from deep. Get me someone that can release Madison, that can release Solanke. Ugh, I hate saying that word.
All right,
That
so
can
let me put
release
this to you then.
Kudos, can release Gibbs White. You want that ball playing quarterback at the back while the whole O line is in front of him, while he can ping fucking Hail Marys over the top. You know, I want to see
Okay, so let me
a
put this.
monster DN.
So let me put this to you then. You don't think Gibbs White could do that, no?
He's more of an attacking threat. You don't want him don't want him sitting at the back. I myself personally, I would be Matters in the middle behind a striker, literally Kudos on the right, Gibbs White on the left, cutting in on his right foot, pinging in balls. That's what I want to see. Then I want to see. I really want to rate Bentancur, but he's a good player, but he's not the level that we really need. I was the biggest advocate for Basuma, but he needs to go. We need a Wharton. Like I said, we need a Wharton or a Polina or Richard Rios or that kiddie from Spain, the American kid that we got dibs on. Apparently, I saw yesterday that we can now go out and sign that. We had like the dibs on him if they did want to sell him. And it's like, just get me a good, solid centre midfielder. We're still looking to replace the likes of Moussa Dembele and Modric, and that was what, 15 years ago. We haven't had a destroyer in midfield for close to nearly 2 decades. We really haven't. We've struggled. We've struggled there. We've struggled before Porro came to replace Kyle Walker. We've struggled to replace Toby at the back. You know, we've gone out and got someone quicker than Toby, but Toby had it all there, didn't he? And then you had the Tongan, that was the destroyer at the back as well. So that's like the Kuti Van de Ven thing. That's their destroyer in speed, isn't it? But when I hear people saying, is Kuti world class because he's won a World Cup? No, he's a very good player on his day, but he's not world class. A world class player is consistent with his game. Now we need to really open up this team, clear out some of the dead wood. I mean, we thought we did that last year when we saw players leaving. Nope, there's still some players here that are still clinging on to that last bit of life at our club. Love Sonny to bits, but at 33, his legs are gone. Let's move him on, but he's not going to get moved on because he brings in Mr. Levy too much of this each season. So I feel sorry for Sonny. He's going to be being hit with that stick by Mr. Levy, you know, for more money till he falls out. It's like a pinata. How hard does he get hit before the money falls out? And then once all the money dries up, he's got to find the next pinata to hit. And then the next one, then the next one. That's just the problem with Levy and Sonny. I feel sorry for Sonny. He's a legend, and he should be treated with the respect of the club and its owners. The fans love him, but go out on a high, mate. Go out and earn the bag in Saudi or America. Go out there and get that money, man. You only live on this planet once, and normally around 35, 36, these kind of players retire. He's got
See,
maybe 3 good years left in him.
See, I don't class him as a legend. I can't class him as a good, well-rounded midfielder. But the problem is, there's only so much you can do before you can say one thing or another. And I've never said that he's world class. Never, not in a million years have I ever turned around.
Sonny
and
is
said
the level below world class. Sonny is the level below, but still, go out as your captain. Go out. You've won out a cup. You've won a cup with us. That's what he wanted to do with us. Go out on that high and stop making bleed him dry for money, huh?
But then that means that means that he's not a legend. Then simple as.
Well, he is a legend. He's won something here that Harry Kane didn't. So.
But he's not though. That's the thing. He's not a legend because you got to look at the Roy Keanes and the Gareth Bales and the Patrick Vieiras of this world.
Yeah, but there's a difference of football. Football's evolved from that.
Yeah, but they're legends. Everyone starts to turn around and say, well, but then, Sonny's a legend because he's won a trophy. That's not legendary status. That's
it's legendary is what he's built up from himself since moving here. He started off very timid and shy and is growing into what we see before him now. He is a legend. Other fans will say he's a legend because he's done stuff for this club that you can't understand. He's won a trophy here. He won a trophy here and Kane fucked off to Bayern to win something. All right, admittedly, Mr. Levy back then wasn't investing them, but now he's starting to invest. Now we're starting to see if we can actually build a team. But like I said, Sonny should go out on a high. He's reached that status that some fans think he's a legend. I would quote that he is a legend for what he's done for this club because he's been a great servant. He's number 7 in the all-time goal scoring records for the club.
No,
you can't sit there and shake your head.
I'm going to shake my head because it's absolutely bullshit, mate. Right? Where you look at it, yeah, right? It's total bullshit because then that means Eze's a legend. Then simple. If we're going to put Sonny in that category, then you might as well put Eze in that category then.
Eze's not a part of our club. Yeah, but Eze's done it at a club that hasn't won nothing at all, so Eze will be held at Palace as a legend because he won an FA Cup there. And Palace haven't won nothing major in their history apart from promotion.
See, and this is what makes me laugh about these fans, right? And I can't talk bad about our fan base, but when it comes to something like this, you're talking a load of bollocks. And that's including you. I'm sorry, but it is. I know it's not.
You
It's a load
think
of
it's
bollocks.
bollocks, but there's a load of fans out there that think differently to you, right? At the end of the day, he's been
Yeah.
here 10 years, given the best part of his career. He could have left years ago to chase a dream and win a cup, but he stayed with the team and showed loyalty. Compare that to other players that
Oh,
have been here for a blip on the radar, like your Bales, like your Modrics, that down tools when Madrid came calling.
okay, so now we're gonna class. So then we might as well class Solanke as a legend then, because
No, he's dog awful.
he's so. But what I'm trying to say. One trophy, yeah, right, does not class you as a legend. I don't care what you've done.
Doesn't matter about the
It's what
trophy, it's about what he's given to the club. And fans will see what he has given to the club. His
I
engagement
will
with the
never
fans,
class.
his respect for the fans, his time for the
I will never
fans.
class him as a legend. I will never class him as a legend. I'll class him as a very good player, and I will not, because unless you've won so many trophies at a club, you ain't a legend in my eyes. And
There's more to
that's the
just
way that
winning
I see
cups
it.
at a club to be deemed a legend. There's the way you like hold yourself as a professional at a club. He is a very professional player, a very well-rounded, good player, humble person, and has
Well,
been
okay,
with
so
us
then
for 10
Kane's a
years.
legend then. Simple. If you're going to
Kane
say
is
that, then I'm saying
Kane's a
Kane's a
legend because
legend.
he's our all-time goal scorer. He might hasn't won nothing with us, but he's our all-time goal scorer, so he's a legend. So he's beating Jimmy Greaves' record, and nobody thought no one would ever touch Greaves' record. Not in my lifetime, and Greaves was before my lifetime. So a record that held up for 30 years before Kane showed up on the radar. And we've had plenty of good strikers before Kane, and not many of them have got there. I think the closest one we had to anyone being a decent striker before Kane turned up was Defoe and Berbatov.
But then at the end of the day, if these fans, yeah, right, are so easily pleased, then
You take away,
God
just
help
like I've
us.
said before, take away the cup win and look subjectively at what the player has achieved at a club with the fans, with the fan base. He he has done a lot for the fans, for the kids of for the team as well. He's a global brand. You take out your Messi's and Ronaldo. Who have you got next? You've got Son.
Well, no, because then you've got Lewandowski.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about global brands that everybody knows who that player is.
See, this is
Lewandowski, another very good player, but when Son is mentioned in the thing of global branding, you can't go around Korea without a billboard with Sonny's face on it. In the stadium alone, when I went, there were more South Korean fans in the area that I was sitting in than there was anybody else. It's nice to see that. Don't get me wrong, but everyone's coming over. They're not supporting the club. They come over to support Sonny, and that's where the merchandise flies out the door. Everything that guy has done for 10 years at the club.
that doesn't. I can't. I will never buy into this. What you're trying to sell me, I will never buy into it with Sonny. I'm sorry. Anyone can tell me that he's a legend, right? And I will just turn around and say exactly the same thing as I'm saying today. He's not. I don't care, because then if that's the case, yeah, right, then look at all these. If you're saying that, yeah, right, that how many little kids has he impressed, right? Well, then take someone, for example, like a nurse, right? Or even better still, no, let's go one better, yeah? Someone that does something not similar to Sonny, but is as close to Sonny in a different sport is Cody. Right? I know that we're going off topic here a little bit, guys. I
Wrestling,
do
blah blah
apologise,
blah.
but I'm just trying to put my point across. Right? So
It's not a point. You're comparing
Cody
two
there,
different
right?
sports.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just going on to this quickly. Right? Cody does a lot for kids in wrestling. Yeah?
John Cena, blah 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 blah.
John
But this
Cena,
isn't wrestling.
right?
This is football.
But then you don't see, yeah, but then John Cena's got legendary status because of what he's achieved. Cody has only got
It's all predetermined and written
one.
down. Football isn't.
Look, look, what I'm
I
trying
love
to
wrestling like
say is,
you do, but wrestling's predetermined, mate. If they go by a
look,
script and
I'm
then it's
going
all
by,
counted out by the bloke sitting in gorilla. So don't sit there and start
look,
talking about wrestling and legendary
look,
status.
look,
Otherwise, you have to go back to the likes of Bruno San Martino when there wasn't none of this shit and
look,
kayfabe was king.
let me get my point across and then I'll let you say what you've got to say.
Oh,
Right?
shot down your
Now,
shit.
right? But look at Cody, yeah, right? He kisses babies on the head. He gives kids a lot of things, a bit like what Sonny does. But then he's not classed as a legend. Simple. That's my point.
It's not a point. You're comparing two different sports. You could have
I'm
quite easily
making
gone down if this is a legend, then what about Mara, Handball, Cheat, Donna? Cheat, legend. Pele, legend.
yeah,
Beckenbauer, legend. Hurst,
yeah,
Moore,
yeah,
legends. There you
yeah.
go.
But why
In
are
this
they legends?
modern
Because
day
they
and
won
age, there
more than
hasn't been
one
a legend.
trophy.
No. There hasn't been a legendary or top star footballer since Messi and Ronaldo for kids to go, oh yeah, we want to be like him.
Okay, well, but then how many trophies has Ronaldo and Messi won then altogether? Go on, tell me.
Subjective because they played in two very good teams. Oh, sorry, not
Altogether
in two very good
combined,
teams. Messi has been a free club man, whereas Ronaldo's gone wherever the money's been. But
right? But how
subjectively,
many
take that away,
trophies
they
have
have
they
won
both
trophy
won
after
together?
trophy after trophy after trophy. But Son is in that status of being a legend before everything that he's done for the club, communities, and everything. You can't sit there and shake your head
No,
and disbelieve that one, my friend. Sonny is a legend in people's eyes for what he has done. Might not be up there with
I
the
can't buy it.
Ronaldos and the
I'm never
Messis,
going to
but when
buy
he's
it.
a global brand in himself and he's his country's standard bearer for what footballers should be, I mean, let's take into consideration Sonny's like route to football was nearly hampered years ago because of the way his
I'm
country is.
I'm not gonna sit here and buy that. It's tough. Right, with Ronaldo and Messi, yeah, I can buy that, yeah, because they've won a lot of trophies. I'm not sitting here and buying because he's done something for the community or he's done something for kids or he's done this, he's done that. I'm not buying that
Isn't that
into that. I'm
also
sorry,
to
I'm
be
not.
brought into a club? He's also an ambassador for the club as well.
I don't care. He could be the ambassador
All
for
right, then. Ledley
bloody
King,
Monaco
legend.
all
All right,
out
we'll clear
there.
this one. Ledley King, legend or not?
No,
Legend. Sol Campbell, take off your
no,
Tottenham hat. He's
no.
a good, very, very good legendary footballer. Take your Tottenham hat off and think as a football fan and what he's achieved then. Before he decided to fuck off to the scum, what did Sol Campbell achieve? Got his England call up through playing for Tottenham, and
And
then left us and went to Arsenal. Oh, he's on his Xbox, ladies and gentlemen. You can't pay full attention. Ryan's attention is measured in nanoseconds.
no, it's not.
Love you, mate, but come on. You're on the Xbox. I'm sitting on my PC screen talking
No,
to your lovely face.
hang on. It's just because I've just had a message. That's why.
Oh, your sub to a certain website's run out this month. Please pay now.
Yeah, well, we don't be talking about whatever you're thinking
No,
of.
I
No.
was talking about YouTube and signing up to whoever you watch live every week. You got to go and get your
Oh
new
no, it was
membership
actually
topped up.
no, it was actually a mate of mine. Actually, he's
Football
He's
Manager,
just
FIFA.
he's actually asking if I'm live or if it's a recording. All right, yeah, of course. But no, I don't know what else there is that can be said about this, because at the end of the day, right, what I see it as, right, I see it as that Sonny's not ever going to be a legend in my eyes. Campbell's not a legend. Vieira, a legend. Roy Keane, a legend. Definitely.
So you're taking away the merit of Sol Campbell for leaving us to join Arsenal and all the trophies he won with Arsenal. He's not a legend. Take your Tottenham hat off and subjectively think as a football fan. Can you
I
do
can't
that?
class him as a legend. There's no way.
And you
No.
do that. You can't because you don't know how to, because your Tottenham hatred hat is on. I can subjectively take off my hate for Campbell hat, but and think of him as a footballer first before the filth betrayal.
You already know, yeah, right, what I think about Campbell.
Oh
right?
yeah, and all of us Tottenham fans think the
know
same. He's a
me
Judas fuck. But at the end of the day, take your subjective Tottenham hat off and your hatred hat, and look at the guy as a footballer, not as in he did us dirty. Look at him as a footballer. Now you want to sit there and go, Vieira's this, Roy Keane's that. Yeah, they are legends. They won trophies multiple at the clubs, but did Sol Campbell not go? No. Did Sol Campbell not go off and win titles and trophies with Arsenal? Was he not part of the unbeatable season at Arsenal? I think he was.
He wasn't a key player though. Vieira was.
He was always on the team sheet. I don't know what you're looking at, but at the end of the day, we can sit here and split hairs over who did this and who did what. At the end of the day, take your hatred hat off for Sol Campbell and look at the player. Subjectively look at it as a football fan first before a Tottenham supporter. Now, I hate Arsenal as much as the next fucker does, but at the end of the day, I can subjectively sit here and say, he wasn't a bad player for any team. Any team would have been happy to have him. Let's not forget, he nearly joined Manchester United in the season before his contract run down, Sol Campbell. He nearly went to Man U.
And
so, where's the lesser of the evil there? Go to fucking Man United and win everything with Man United, or go to London, stay in London, and win everything with Arsenal. It doesn't really matter. Two of the same teams. They're both fucking shit to us. They're both the enemy. But take off your hatred for this team, hatred for that team hat off. Subjectively, as a football fan, look at the footballer before the club and see what he achieved. And that guy's reached legendary status. Right, Ian Wright. Legend or not a legend?
now that's a good question, because that one's a bit difficult. In my eyes, no. But
Righty, I'm a Tottenham fan. I'm a Tottenham fan like you, Ian Wright, the nicest guy in football. And I can tell you now, right? Roy Keane and Ian Wright both had trials at Brighton. Ian Wright was told he was too short and he was never going to make it. Roy Keane was told he was too aggressive and he won't become a professional. And that's coming from Brighton coaches. All those years ago, Brighton coaches. Where did Roy Keane end up before Man United? Wasn't it Nottingham Forest? Where everybody seems to buy their players from at the moment. Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry, you're not Brighton, and Chelsea aren't nicking your players every year. It's like that picture I sent you, the new Chelsea crest badge is just a Brighton badge, Chelsea around the top.
Yeah.
Subjective. Like, then all the Chelsea players retire at Arsenal, so.
Yeah, no, look, I get that, man. I get that. That's but like that is a whole different that's a whole different ball game, to be honest. But look, you've known me long enough, right, to know that
It's only been 3 years, right? I mean, I've only known you that long.
You've known me long enough to know that I've never rated Campbell, and I've not rated anything. But anyway, let's stop going on about everybody else. Let's get back onto what we're here for. Morgan Gibbs White. What do you think he'll achieve this season?
as a standout player or being another marquee signing for us?
Either.
In the context here, we've gone and made a bold statement, 2 marquee signings in 48 hours. I mean, Kudos was agreed pretty much in principle Monday evening, and formalities, paperwork, medicals. Seeing signing players is about a week's long normal journey for any player at any level, really. If you're joining a club, it's about a week. Even if it's a loan deal, the paperwork and legalities have to be put through. So yeah, I mean,
You
so yeah,
see
like
why
I was
that
saying
was
before, Ryan was being a pleb. We'll wrap up. We'll wrap up the Kudos deal completely tomorrow because he completed his medical tonight.
yeah,
Morgan Gibbs White is what pretty much there because we've met his so-called release fee and medical
yeah,
being announced tomorrow. But if he is in the same form and fitness of what he was towards the end of last season, that medical will be done pretty rapidly because there hasn't been that many injuries there for the kid. I mean, I wanted him 3 years ago when he was at Wolves. I was shouting back then what a good player he was. Getting from Wolves. I got told I didn't know what I was fucking talking about. We don't want no rejects from Wolves. Now look, he's at Forest and everyone's like, yeah, we're getting Gibbs White. I was like, I told you 3 years ago. It's like Adam Walton. I told you about Adam Walton 2 years ago when he was at Blackburn. And Phillips. Oh, and Ashley Phillips and Walton. I said to you on a WhatsApp chat ages ago, I'll take both of those from Blackburn. About 20 million for both. Good, very good young players. Now look at them. Phillips could be on the way out because he hasn't had a chance really to shine at Tottenham, and Walton could be joining us for about 80 million if this is all true. That's if City don't come in and do the dirty on us and go, yeah, we'll have Walton and never play him.
But like Alex Scott transfer Red Bull for jacked him from us.
Oh, I'm still waiting for Damiel to sign for us, and it's been only 13 years. He was a
Well,
good striker in Brazil.
but no, like you got to expect me, yeah, right, to be a bit different.
Bit different.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've just.
Hello.
Hang on. Can you just keep talking for a minute, mate? I'm just.
All right, I was waiting
I'm
for you to
doing.
ask me a question, but you asked me about what will Gibbs White achieve this season with Tottenham as well. I think his
Yeah,
stats and figures speak for himself at 2 years at Forest. He's a very good ball progressive player. He's got a killer pass on him. He's got killer pace, and he pretty much, when you look at his heat map, he covers every blade of grass. I just don't want him being wasted as a DM. I want him to be like I said, I want him to be a deep line playmaker, like a quarterback sitting behind the O line. So you'll have your Madison, you'll have Kudos, and you'll have whoever else out on the wing, or even better yet, like I said, put Gibbs White out on the left, so we don't have to see Tell and Son, so that Tell and Son are on the bench, and have him cutting on the right off of the left with his right foot and pinging balls in. I mean, we've been screaming out for quality wingers for fucking God knows how long now, and we've gone out in the space of a week and slapped the money down on the table. And a lot of fans
yeah,
were just saying, just put the money on the table, you get the player, and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it's true, but the player has also got to agree to come to your club, so there's got to be some pull at Tottenham now. I mean,
yeah,
finishing 17th and winning a trophy, I said, or for ages, take away the trophy win. What have you got? A team nearly relegated, team plays like shit. The manager's a fucking joke. Well, the manager's not here now. Frank's been in charge all close to about a month now. Things seem to be
yeah,
going in the right direction with a new manager with better quality of player coming in. And
yeah,
like I said earlier, wherever this investment's come from, American, Saudi, Timbuktu, Mars, fucking beyond the outer reaches of the solar system, even back through the heliosphere. I don't care where this money's come from. Keep putting it into our club so we can start propelling ourselves and making ourselves that so-called top six club, or one of the big six that we were so famously touted for when the Premier League first started, because we was one of the original six that signed that paperwork to
yeah.
start this whole pyramid of football.
Yeah, no, I get that. But what do you think Kudos could do
I
this
mean,
season?
there's a lot of fans out there giving that guy absolute pelters and saying he's shit. Well, he's not. You got to take into the context of he's had two managers in a season, one of
Yeah,
which was absolutely, I mean, he deserved to get shafted before the magician of Brighton came in.
yeah,
And he's been played here, there, and bloody everywhere. He's been pretty much played everywhere, apart from making tea with Doris in the old canteen. I still feel like
yeah.
the kudos deal was
Well,
. 59 million and a box of Freddos. So,
yeah. Well, look, I think we might be going live again. Well, I think we might be going live tomorrow, guys. I'm not sure yet, but I'm not going to promise anything because I have just spoken to good old Paul. He's only, he's only just replied back. He's not going to be joining tonight, but you might be getting a double whammy of me to well, a triple whammy actually. You'll be getting a double whammy of me and Paul. Probably tomorrow. Can't be 100% sure, but yeah, he's
well,
he's just doing his own thing tonight. So you might be getting a triple whammy of me and a double whammy of Paul tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, guys. But you never know. But if Paul is coming live tomorrow, then well, it'll be look, it'll be what it will be, right? But obviously, once the season starts, we'll be uploading literally every day, guys. But until then, we just have to just go with whatever happens. I mean, look, if there's transfers every single day coming through the door, well, you more likely Paul will probably be around to jump on. But obviously, I did message him at God knows what time this after about 6 o'clock this evening to say to him, is he jumping on? And he's only just replied back now, so obviously that's why Corey's here now. But normally, like you guys know, Corey would only be filling in for Paul if Paul can't make it. But yeah, so that's the only reason why he's just the backup man if it ever needed.
yep. Smells like the villagers are out burning mattresses in my local area again, so I'm gonna have to get up and close the bedroom windows soon so my house don't stink. But yeah, it's like bad rubbish, isn't it? Hopefully the bad rubbish should Tottenham. I'm hoping this Morgan Gibbs White deal that Johnson's coming the other way. There's the hope, but it's not going to happen. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Go have your shit back. We had him for a year. Take him back. He's crap. Go on, have him back. While you're there, take
But
Cootie with you.
oh no, they wouldn't. Cootie wouldn't go to
I know he wouldn't go to Forest, but hey,
Forest. I mean, hey, you never
it's a
know.
little
You might.
joke.
You might.
I don't think so. But like, we've got to clear out some of this dead wood that we still have got at the club. Solomon was great to pick up on pretty much next to nothing. Now let's make some profit on him. We've got players that are still sat here and have been here too long. Ben Davis. Why the hell we still got Ben Davis? It's like when we were
Do you
holding on
know?
to Eric Dyer for so long and Man United offered us 50 million and we said no, that's when we should have fucking laughed at Man U and went, thank you.
Yeah.
No, United have always nicked our better players off us. Let's look at Carrick. Let's look at Berbatov.
Yeah. Um. Right. I've got to give you the answer tonight, but I can't remember what was said backstage last night.
Oh, I
To
already got the question, and I answered the other one last night as well.
yeah, but I can't remember the answer to it though.
I'll tell you once we finish because we can talk backstage.
Well, no, you can just put it in the private chat.
Oh, you're gonna take away all my lighting.
Oh well.
Oh, mate, it was this bloke.
All right, yeah. Right, so
I said it was one or two players or one or two managers that I can think of back then. There was always one player that was always pretty much mostly outspoken throughout the late 80s and early 90s before he moved.
yeah. Well, no, because like what me and Paul, that's why I needed to. I couldn't remember if that was actually the answer or not, and it was. So, right, we're gonna be wrapping things up in the next few minutes, guys. So, what we're gonna do is now you've had a little bit of time to. Well, I thought it would be longer than 24 hours before you'd get the answer to this question, but unfortunately, like we've already said, every time we do actually come either live or we're recording, we will be giving you the answers. So the question was, who said this? I never made predictions and never will. The answer to it was Gaza, Paul Gascoigne. So there's the answer. Obviously, it's being recorded. So if anyone has seen whoever has not answered and you try and watch this video to think that you're going to get an answer, then you've kind of cheated, and that's not what the aim of the quiz. Well, the question to the answer.
The answer to the question.
Yeah.
And you giving the answer away 24 hours after giving them the last question was a bit rushed, wasn't it not, sir?
Yeah, but we've got standards on this channel where we stick to what we say. If anything goes live and we have to and we ever go live and we've got the answers there, we give it. So that is the answer, but do not be trying to cheat if to watch this video just in case you think the answer is going to be here, because that's not fair. So you'll be cheating a little bit, but hey, it's down to you at this point, because I've given you the answer now. So but yeah, guys, so we're going to be wrapping this up in the next five minutes anyway. So what I do want to say before we do head off, and then we'll have any last words before we go as well, is you know what to do. If you like what we're saying here on the Playful Spurs, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and support us that way. That's the best way you can support us, and me and Paul will be extremely grateful for every subscriber, and we will, like we said in the beginning, we will be doing fan shows at some point. So you probably will be seeing a lot more of this ugly mug right next to me at some point.
You got no fans, you got no club.
But
who said that then?
I'll give you said that in a minute. Let me finish. So if you can just keep hitting that subscribe button and smashing the granny out of the likes, that would be absolutely fan-dabby-docious. So as we're coming to the end, any last words you want to say?
Levy surprised me more. I'm your biggest critic, like many other Tottenham fans, but last week you proved me wrong so far. Just get these players over the line before the likes of City, Chelsea, United and Liverpool come in and start stealing them. Start acting quicker. You brought out the new shirt to dare to do in darkness. Well, start working more in the shadows and leaving us wanting more. You can't just let us have these two and then do nothing after that. I asked for a right winger. You've gone out with Kudos. I've asked for a new left winger. So far, looks like it could be Gibbs White. Just get me a monster DM like Walton. Anyone to make Bentancur's game better. And then go from there. If you chop off Richie and send him back to Everton, go for it. If you're going to make If you're going to make Solanke the substitute impact player, which I know he is because he isn't first team and he isn't even Premier League quality. There's a reason why Liverpool and City let him go. Go out and get me a striker that can find the net like Defoe did, that can think 10 yards in front of him like Teddy Sheringham did. Get me a player like that. Mix Defoe and Teddy Sheringham together, and you've got my perfect striker.
Well, I'd say if you can mix me Harry Kane and Berbatov, you've got me the perfect striker.
Well, I want Teddy Sheringham and Defoe, but there we go. Love Harry
But
Kane,
in
but
that
Teddy
sort of,
Sheringham and Defoe. Defoe could bury it on a sixpence, and Teddy Sheringham, he might have not been the quickest player, but he was already 10 yards ahead of everyone else. His footballing
that would
IQ,
be,
his like that the old argument, footballing IQ. I love Harry I love Harry, but do you think he's got the footballing IQ when he sounds like he's dribbling at interviews? My name's Harry. I love him, but oh well. You know what I mean? Where at least with Defoe, he was quick. Lightning could turn on a sixpence and stick it in that bottom corner. He
yeah,
was electric. He had pace. And now you put Teddy Sheringham's footballing brain into Defoe. You've got a predator in the box, outside the box, attacking that last 6 to 10 yards of an area. Give me that as a player.
yeah, fair enough. That's fair enough, and that's your opinion. But look, thanks for filling in for Paul today, though, Cor, because literally I would have been doing this solo otherwise, mate. And to be honest, doing it solo is fun, but it's always best when you've got two people who can actually have a back and forth because it makes it easier for me. I I like, even though I do like doing things on my own sometimes, like you know, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm I'm one of these people that like to stay at home doing everything on my own, like
Oh,
but
well, loads of us are like that, brother. We like to be indoors, in our own space, away from people sometimes. It's just one of them
yeah,
things.
but when it comes to being online, I'm glad that that I've actually I'm glad I don't have to be a lone wolf doing it, and I'm glad, like I said, you're welcome.
Oh! I'll take those
Yeah, well,
flashy lights.
I feel like I am the Tottenham lone wolf at the moment.
Ah, no one's a lone wolf, man.
Actually, that's something I was going to actually say just before we go, because now it's just popped into my head. It's literally just popped into my head as I've said Tottenham lone wolf, and it's now just popped into my head. I hope this person doesn't mind me saying this, because I mean she has given her channel out now, so sorry Mia if this is a bit of a problem for you, love, but do go over to Mia's channel, Tottenham Lone Wolf, and smash her a like and a subscribe as well. Best thing we can do. We need to help each other out, guys. All the more, and you don't really see a lot of female creators. So, and even though me and Mia do disagree on a hell of a lot, I still love Mia. And do you know what? Mia's good to me, and I'm good to her. For all I know, we might even get Mia on one day. Me and Paul might.
That'd be interesting.
Now that would be very interesting. Even once Dermo. Oh, and that's another thing, Dermo. I know I know you're subscribed and everything, and I hope you do get to see this. We will do a video, a short video for you at some point. But until I get around to doing it, do get well soon, mate. And hopefully you have a quick recovery, mate, because even though me and you, we're another one that has a problem where we can't agree on anything, or a lot of things. But when it comes down to it, Dermo, get well soon, mate. That's all I can really say. Got anything for Dermo before we wrap this up?
Yeah, get well soon, you Irish ledge. Don't really speak much because I don't really get a chance to go on many people's shows. I'm always watching other content creators. I've been on Dermo's show a couple of times before in the past. Seems like a chill guy, but yeah, get well soon, lad. I'm sure Ryan and Paul will pick it up and do a nice vid for you. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
In Frank, we trust. Get on that Frank train. Choo choo! See you guys later. Until the next one, peace.